Hey y'all, so I'm gonna come out with some more financial literacy content for y'all, some budgeting. This is really gonna be a repeat of what I went live with last week because I wasn't able to save it and I couldn't upload it to my YouTube channel, so I'm just gonna redo this information and hopefully be a little more detailed than I was last week, and also show you my budget because we're now in the third week of September, and my goal is to give y'all weekly budget progress kind of things. So today I want to talk about living below your means. Notice I said living below your means, not living within your means. I think living below your means is better, is a better activity to practice because it just reinforces your cushion, and it gives you more. And when I say your cushions, I mean like your savings accounts, your emergency funds. When you're living below your means, you have more room to save. Also, it's a better cushion if any emergencies come up. You're able to replenish your savings accounts and your emergency funds faster. So before I talk about how you can do that, I want to talk about what it is. What does it look like to live below your means? And how I'm implementing is living on 60% or below 60% of your weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly income. My income comes in monthly, so monthly is just the best method for me to budget. So yeah, so now that we've defined it, living below your means is living on 60% of your income or less. So basically, don't go above 60% of your monthly income. So how, now that you know what it is, how do we do it? Like if you're living above your means, or like living like at the peak of your means, how do we come to a place where we're living below our means and we have more room to save, and we're living minimally, we have more money to give, and we can just kind of put more money towards, you know, our savings and our cushions. And I've broken that down into kind of three context areas, which all mean the same thing, honestly, but sometimes, you know, people like to hear things different ways. I'm like that. Like, I want strategies. I want to know multiple strategies, basically, and pick the one that works best for me. So, priority versus desire is one, need versus wants, and then to cut out or to cut back. So, I'm going to go over an example of each of those. So, priority versus desire. Are there things in your budget, like the things in your budget, the things that you're paying for on a monthly basis? You need to separate what is a priority and what is a desire. When I take you guys over to my laptop and show you the spreadsheet that I have for my budget, you'll get to see what I'm talking about. But I can go ahead and read it off to you now. So the priorities for the things that I have to pay for are my Macy's bill, my cell phone, my credit card bill, my iPhone storage, Kaiser health insurance, gas, and groceries and toiletries. I also have Netflix and Amazon as a priority, but it's honestly not. I just put it in a priority because like Netflix is like $11 a month and Amazon is $7 a month. Like I can do that, and that can be like a priority. You know what I'm saying? Right now, Netflix is also kind of a priority for me because I'm a live-in nanny, and those like downloadable movies that you don't need to be on Wi-Fi and data for come in handy on carpool rides to and from school. So desires, the things in my budget that are desires that like don't have to be done, that I can sacrifice if for whatever reason my income drops that month, are getting waxed. I get a full body wax once a month, getting my hair done, pageant coaching, and getting my monthly massage. I recently removed getting my nails done just because I haven't really been happy with nail techs lately, and I just feel like I can do my nails how I want to do my nails. So I basically replaced getting my nails done with going to get a massage, because me time is important. So that's that. So that's priority versus desire. The second context that I have for y'all is needs versus want, which is basically the same thing. What is a need and what is a want? I want to get my hair done every month. I don't need to get my hair done every month. I'm capable of styling my hair at home if that's what it comes down to. I want to get a massage every month. I don't need to get a massage every month. I can just do some yoga or some stretches at home if that's what it comes down to. So that's examples of that. And the last context that I have for y'all is knowing when to cut out things and knowing when to cut back on things. And I always recommend cutting back first, just kind of taking those baby steps at chipping away at your budget so that you're able to live below your means. You don't want to ever cut too much out at one time because you can go into financial shock. The same way, like if you go to a rehab center, they don't necessarily cut you cold turkey off of the drugs. They kind of wean you off and give you smaller doses of what you're addicted to so your body can adjust and so you don't go in total shock. Same thing with going vegan, for example. Like I don't advise people to go vegan cold turkey because your body will go into shock. So being able to assess, what's worth cutting out and what's worth cutting back on. Like, for example, if you go to the hair salon every 2 weeks, maybe you could start cutting back and going once a month versus twice a month. Let's see, what else do people go crazy on? Like, if your spending budget for yourself is $500, maybe every month, maybe you could bump it down to $3. Just, y'all see what I'm saying? Just kind of wean yourself off of it. Now, there are some things that you can, just cut cold turkey and cut out completely and not really have an issue with, or you can be able to supplement a cheaper alternative like cable. Like a lot of people are cutting cable now because you have the Roku stick, Hulu, Vudu, all of these things, Sling, all these other options that are much cheaper. So that's an example of those things. So now we've defined what living below your means is and some necessary steps that you can take to come from living above your means or within your means to below your means, so that you are able to save more money and kind of give more and just invest more, put your money in other places versus just kind of having it go towards things every month that you can kind of carve smaller in a minimal aspect. So now I'm going to take y'all over to my budget so you can see how the progress is going for that. Oh, do you need to get something? Go ahead. Okay. So we're now in the third month of September, and my plan is to kind of show you guys once a week how the budget is working. Just so, people always say budget, 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 but how exactly do you do that? So I kind of want to take you guys over and show you that. So I'm going to move this stuff, move my notes, and flip you guys around. Let's see, where's the button? Okay, there we go. Adjust this here. Y'all bear with me. Alright, so let me zoom in a little bit. Let me just do it here. Or actually, this might be good so y'all can see the whole thing at one time and I don't have to worry about scrolling. Okay, so this is what my budget looks like overall. I just do it in, what is this, Google Sheets? Yeah. And I'm gonna column C and D, that's the budget there, but I have some other stuff on here that y'all are probably like, what is all of that? So I'm gonna walk through that too, because all my other columns basically help me keep my money organized. So I bank at 2 different places. So the first bank, DCCU, I have a car account there where all the gas money comes out of and gets put into for the car, and I have 2 savings accounts there. And then at the other bank, so I want to like have a little teacup poodle one day, like that's my little dream dog. So I've already started saving for that, and all my savings for my future dog go in that. And then the next account, hopefully y'all can see it when I click on it. That is where all the profits from my Mary Kay business go towards, and money for bills and money to pay my student loans and any other debt that I have is in there. And then with my Mary Kay business, I divided my profits. 40% is my profit and 60% goes back into my business. So the 40% profit goes up here and the 60% back into the business to invest in more inventory, to purchase like organizational things for inventory, business stationery, any gifts for my team members, money to pay for conferences and all of that stuff. That 60% goes into the business account here. I have a checking account for vacation, like if I want to go on a trip by myself or something like that. I basically operate that like as a savings account, but it's not, because any vacation that I were to go on, I would use the card attached to this, so this wouldn't really work as a savings account, but I treat it as one. And then down here I have 3 savings accounts for Christmas, for giving, and just an extra savings account. So I like to save for Christmas throughout the entire year, so that when like October, November rolls around, I'm not scrambling to like buy gifts for my loved ones, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and so down here I just have my incomes organized and what money from each job goes towards and what it's gonna pay for. So that's that. And these are other accounts that I'm just thinking about starting and keeping in mind as life progresses. These are the debts that I currently have. And over here, things to take care of with extra money, just like gifts and givings that I want to do, people that I want to support, stuff like that for the month. And now for the budget. So over here I've already like lined out things that I want to, extra things that I want to do for October. But here we're still in the month of September. The things that I highlighted are bills that are upcoming that haven't been paid for, and everything that's not highlighted are things that have already been paid for the month. So I still need to go get waxed. I still have a credit card payment coming up, storage for my phone, and then I still have to pay my health insurance. So once the month is done, basically on the 30th when all the bills have been paid, I will go back in and highlight all of this stuff for the month of October. I'll go in and change September to October, and as things get paid for the month of October, I'll unhighlight them. Now, with all of the incomes that I have right now, I'm living off of one, and that's my teaching income, and that's about $1,000 a month. If all of my students stick to schedule, if no one takes any time off, yada 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 yada. So 60% of that I live off of, and that takes care of all of these things here, that 60%. The remaining 40% I divide between my tithe and my savings. Now, things happen, and like I said, you know, some months I make more money than others because sometimes students want to take off, or they're going on vacation, and I only teach on Saturday mornings. So, and all of my students are 7 and under. So someone may have to go to a birthday party and they want to skip that Saturday or whatever. That's why having multiple streams of income is important, because I can always pull from, you know, one of these other incomes to supplement anything that I'm lacking here. And yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. This is what the budget is looking like thus far. These are kind of the bills that I have left to pay, the things that I have left to pay. Now, mind you, I've separated the necessity bills from the desire bills. Over here on my different accounts that I hold, I have the checking accounts on top, savings on the bottom. Checking accounts on the top, savings on the bottom. My like primary incomes and like the supplementary extra side hustle incomes, and I put what they go to next to them. So this is also, just, I know it's a lot, I know it looks overwhelming, but this is just what I do to keep myself organized, and it works for me. I just wanted to share that with y'all. We discussed living below your means, not within your means, what that is, and how we do it. And that is it, you guys. I'm going to end this live, and I will also upload this to my YouTube channel. I need to remember to put that link in my bio for you guys and to start promoting that so you guys can, have information to go back on. So you guys have a good night, and I will see y'all next week.